Hey Sagittarius, this is your weekly tarot reading. Sagittarius, what's coming through for me is that y'all are really, y'all are still kind of having issues in your closest relationships, whether it's love, family, friendship. Y'all are struggling right now with those things. Love and money is still an issue for Sagittarius. Sagittarius, y'all have a problem with not seeing things the way they really are. A Sagittarius doesn't see anything. It can only be your thought. If you didn't think it, it doesn't exist. If you didn't see it, it's only how you think. And y'all have a hard time seeing anything else outside of your own perspective. If you think it's good, anything, you don't see the reality sometimes that it may not be. Or if something is not good, you don't see, for you only see that it is. And it's difficult for you guys to just face shit, just to see shit just exactly the way it is. And that is another reason why things are kind of hectic for you right now. A lot of issues that you have, Sagittarius, you could avoid them by seeing shit just the way it is. If the people in your life say something, take that at face value, that it is what it is. If they say it's up, believe them when they say that it's up. Just because you might think it's down doesn't mean for them that it is. Stop trying to impose what you think. Stop trying to impose your perspective. And see other people for how they are, for what it is. That would really help your relationships, because I'm sensing that that's what you need right now. I'm picking up also, Sagittarius, that you are just again, you're over something. Like, you've had your last of the arguments, the fights, and again, what I'm picking up is that there wouldn't be so many arguments and so many fights if you were to just kind of change your perspective on things and not be so difficult and not be so stubborn and see things, like, put yourself in the other person's shoes. Like I said, this is not just romantic relationship, in any relationships, because like I said, the issue here is work and like how you earn your money and your relationships. So if it's at work, put yourself in the other person's shoes, instead of just thinking about how things affect you. Again, just because you don't see a different perspective doesn't mean that there isn't one. And this is coming through really strong, Sagittarius. Because again, I'm really feeling that you being like really overwhelmed mentally and emotionally exhausted right now. Even if people on the outside may not even notice it, but that's how you're really feeling. And again, you have to stop being so rigid and stubborn. You have to include other people in like I said, just try to put yourself in other people's shoes, and that's not easy for a Sagittarius to do. And even when you think you're doing that, you're still imposing what you would do. It's like that's not the point of putting yourself in somebody else's shoes. The point is to see that to gain a perspective of why somebody would do something, even if it's not the way you would want it done. Stop expecting everybody to think the way you think and feel the way you feel. And take some time. Take some time to maybe just to think and to be by yourself for a little while. Not like completely alone. I'm not saying to end anything, but just, take some time to get quiet. Sometimes you just need to think. Sometimes you just need to think and to feel and to have empathy for other people instead of just talking about how you feel this person is not right or how you feel this person isn't doing what you feel they should do. Stop talking and just think for a minute. And like I said, put yourself in the other person's shoes. Like, have a little bit more empathy. And you having empathy will help your relationships a lot more. You being quiet could help your relationships a little bit more. Everything does not require an emotional response from you, Sagittarius. Sometimes it's okay to just let people say what they have to say without any kind of response, just listening, just being there. I'm also picking up a lot of drinking. Some of you may be drinking too much. Some of you, in order to unwind, you may need to go for a drink. Maybe that's what you might need to do to clear your head. Go get a drink. Or maybe this issue is over drinking. But again, I said this before, Sagittarius, the only person that you can control is yourself. You can't let yourself continue to be all upset and worked up about what other people are doing. Only you can control you. And if, you need to really assess, your relationships. Are they worth it? Nobody's perfect. You're going to deal with stuff no matter what. That's just the nature of relationships. They have their ebbs and flows. So what's worth the aggravation for you, Sagittarius? Is it really worth it to keep arguing over the same things over and over again? What can you let go? What can you let go of? Again, these things are going to help you in these areas. Nobody's perfect. Again, have a little empathy, have a little compassion. And it's okay to feel how you're feeling, but it's okay for other people to feel how they're feeling too. And in relationships, sometimes there has to be compromise. Like I said, especially if this is worth it, especially if this is a relationship, that is worth it. Think of ways to make it work instead of thinking of ways to criticize it. And if there are certain things that you just can't do anymore, then make that known. But Sagittarius, I'm picking up you know what to do in this situation. You just probably don't want to do it. But again, show a little love, show some compassion, show some consideration, and get in there and try to work on your relationships. Get in there and work on your money. It's okay to compromise. It's okay to be wrong. It's okay to let go. Sometimes letting go is the thing that'll help a relationship in the long run. Like I said, I'm not picking up that there's anything ending. There's a difference between something ending and letting go of something. And like I said, I'm not picking up that any relationships need to end, but certain things you just need to let go of. Like I said, certain mindsets, you just need to let it go. You know, needing to argue, needing to be right. These things just get in the way of relationships. You know, it makes relationships harder to be in. But that is what's coming through for you, Sagittarius. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks.